Here's your Storm Tracker weather forecast with Chief Forecaster Bob McGuire.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And good evening, everybody. We're going to start off tonight with a beautiful sunrise this morning. This picture from Diane O'Connor. Have you noticed the sun is rising later and later? And so that got me wondering, well, when are we going to get to return to standard time, or I should say daylight saving time? That actually comes the first Sunday in November. That's coming up not too far from now, a couple of weeks, and we'll be turning those clocks again. Meanwhile, here's what's happening. You can see a cool looking shot there from Diane O'Connor. Look at this shot. This comes to us from Jennifer Acker Woods. This is outside the Buffalo Bill Reservoir. That was this morning's sunrise as well. And here's the way things are shaping up in Billings right now. Really not a bad night for us. 43 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. Winds out of the north at about 14 miles per hour, still gusting to 23. Gives you a wind chill factor that feels like 36 degrees out there. Now, our reported high today was 63 degrees. You know, at noontime, it was like 48 degrees. We were wondering, are we going to actually get up that high? Well, when the sun came out, it popped us right up to 63 degrees. 57 is your normal high. The record 80, so actually we're warmer than normal. The record was 80 set back in 1939. The record low was 20 back in 2002. And as you'll notice here, we did pick up 3/100 of an inch of precipitation today, mostly some light rain around noontime. And as you'll see here, that's where we sit for the month. So a little bit behind normal for the month, but still way ahead of normal for the year at 1763. And look at the sunrise, 7:40, sunset at 6:16. So these will be changing a little bit, probably be 6:40 here in a little bit, but we'll see what happens. In the meantime, let's move on and show you what's happening out here. Current temps are going to be generally in the 30s and 40s out in the west, 36 at Butte right now. Across the High Line, we're into the 30s and 40s as well. 43 in Billings at this hour, but the hot spot, that's going over to Great Falls. They're at 47 at this hour, but these are our reported highs of the day. A lot of 50s, a lot of 60s around the region. One of the cool spots was over here at Glasgow at 45 degrees with Billings. They were one of the hot spots at 63 degrees today here in our neck of the woods. Meanwhile, you'll notice the Doppler radar and satellite imagery shows that jet stream still in that northwesterly flow of air. The scattered rain showers are kind of caught up in that jet stream, and they continue to push their way in and out of the region. And strangely enough, that's all part of a much larger system that's spinning around this big upper level low pressure cell up here in the Midwest. It continues to spin all the way around towards the East Coast and then goes back up into Canada and wraps around on that. It is just a very deep low pressure cell. That's the one that caused the tornadoes down there in Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas a few days ago. But in the meantime, at the surface, we're keeping an eye on that. That's a low pressure cell. That's the one that caused all the hail over there in Miles City tonight. And so that gave it the lift. Even though we have the heat to create the lift, we had that low that created enough lift, and we had some bigger thunderstorms there tonight. Now that whole thing continues to push out of the region. Filling in behind it, scattered snow showers tonight and tomorrow morning. More scattered snow showers throughout most of the day on Wednesday, especially around the Rocky Mountain front and extreme eastern Montana. Then after that on Thursday, high pressure moves in, sunny skies move in along with it, and it looks like things actually try to improve a little bit as we start heading into the weekend. We're going to see maybe 3/100 of an inch of more precipitation for the Billings area. Other places like Great Falls may pick up about 1/4 inch of precip, but when it comes to snowfall, generally everybody's going to get just some light snow. I think some of the big winners will be like Great Falls and Helena. They'll pick up maybe 1 to 2 inches of snow there. But for tonight around the west, temperatures will stay into the 20s and 30s. Back here in eastern Montana, also virtually the same story, mostly into the 30s, scattered rain showers or rain mixing with snow overnight. Then for tomorrow, right back up into the 40s. Don't blink. These are actual tomorrow's highs. Much cooler because of the cold front. 47 at Billings, 42 over Livingston, 47 at Hardin. In the far west, maybe some 50s up around Kalispell. Billings tonight down to 38 degrees with a 30% chance for some additional rain showers and still breezy. Then for the next 7 days, we'll get back up into the 65-degree reading on Friday and then roll it back into the 30s for afternoon highs by Tuesday of next week. Let's go back to the desk.